Sounds good. Well, February 12th, Conservation Commission meeting tonight. I have not chaired a meeting before, so please feel free to jump in and help me on anything that I miss or that I need to add. But why don't we go ahead around, introduce ourselves. Colin Lawson, Newmarket.
Pledge allegiance first.
Oh, okay, thank you. I could use those all the time.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for that. Why don't we start here?
My name's Andrea Fry. I'm an alternate member.
Jessica Kian, Newmarket.
Jeff Goldnoff, Planning Board Rep.
Colin Lawson.
Luke Fromm, full member.
Michael Zawajika, an alternate member.
Brian Ward, Town Council Rep.
Great, thank you. So the one thing I think we have to appoint somebody to be
Alternate member, yep.
alternate.
Voting, yep.
So any volunteers? I mean, can new people or alternates be?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'd typically say like who was excused and then appoint alternates in their place, or who isn't here that's a full member.
Great.
How many do you need?
You can appoint up to the full number of full members that there typically would be. If there's enough alternates.
Yeah.
So 3 people are missing from the full that have full membership. You can appoint 3.
Okay.
For example.
So it sounds like we have 3 members who are not here, who are full members, so we can appoint 3. Do I have see a raise of hands of those? Michael? Great. And Andrea? And Luke, you're a full member?
Yep.
All right.
I think you just say for the record that you're making them full members for tonight since there are open spaces due to the full-time member. Just say you're making them full-time members for the record.
Great. And
Voting.
we will make Michael and Andrea full-time members for this evening's meeting. All right. So let's go ahead and dive in. And please, anybody jump in. If I'm missing something, don't hesitate to let me know.
So that you should just make a public comment.
And is there any public comment today? I don't see anybody here from the public, so we'll move on from that. And January 8th meeting, we'd like to approve the meeting minutes. Anybody have any questions or changes on the meeting minutes?
You just have to make a motion for people on the meetings, and then we get to discuss if there's any changes after it's motioned.
Okay, so I make a motion that we...
Someone other than you.
Okay,
Yep.
great.
I'll make a motion to review the minutes.
Yep, I will second. And now we discuss it. We do that just in case someone tries to bring up, I want to talk about purple cows. If there's no to motion means we don't have to waste time talking about purple cows in theory, so.
Right.
Perfect example.
So any changes to the minutes that we had? All right. I see no changes at all, so can I have someone approve the minutes from January 8th?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Second.
Great.
And we'll have a vote.
And now you just ask for, if all in favor say.
All in favor, say
Aye. Yeah.
I'm going to abstain. I don't have to, but I wasn't here last month and didn't review the minutes. So.
Okay.
I forgot, yes.
So we've got 6 and then 5 would be voting, and it's still okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Financial summary. did you have?
I think Ellen's the treasurer,
Yeah,
so I don't have any notes on that, but for summary.
so we can just move on from that?
Yep.
Great. So the next one on our agenda is approved payment of SELT invoice for the general fund, which was attached to our packets. I don't know if we have enough to approve it, do we?
I believe you have quorum. How many sitting members are we supposed to have?
I think quorum's 5. isn't it?
7? So 5 of us, yes, we have enough to vote on it.
Okay.
Or you have enough, I'm non-voting.
Is it something that we need to review, or, so, I think all of us had a copy of that, and do we want to have a discussion on it, or just go ahead and approve it?
You should open up the floor for any comments, discussions, and if there's none, then you can call the vote.
Yep.
We have, in the general fund.
Also, just give, for the people who are watching, quick summary of what it is.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to open up the floor for discussion on the invoice from SELT.
Second.
Yeah. Okay, so now just need somebody to quickly, for the people at home, explain what this is, just a quick summary of what it is, and then we can go over if anyone has any questions.
And is anyone up to speed on that?
Yeah, I can give a quick kind of rundown. So this is just an invoice, so we contract out to SELT to run some of our annual easement monitoring, just to make sure that our easements are being kind of maintained as our agreements, various abutters. So some of these SELT runs for us, so this is their bill for this year's monitoring, comes to a total of $849.30. So and this is for monitoring easements at Hilton, Nordstrom, and the Piscassic River Loisel Conservation Area.
So is that not something the Conservation Commission monitors?
So there are some easements that we monitor, I believe, and then there's some that we have agreements.
Okay.
That's in part just to make it less onerous on us.
And where we're not monitoring ourselves.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And this money, if I'm not mistaken, would come out of the contracted services portion of the general fund, which looks to have $1,000 in it still, which would cover the full balance of this invoice.
Great. Any other questions, input? Can I have a motion to go ahead and approve the payment of that bill to SELT?
Motion to approve.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye. If
All in favor, let's say aye.
Aye.
Great. All right. What else do we got here?
Moving on to TurtleFest.
TurtleFest. So Chris, I think, was going to do an update on that. She's not in attendance tonight. So I don't have any additional detail to add to that, to the flyers that were handed out. Anybody have any suggestions or questions or input?
The only thing that I have is that Seacoast Science Center did express some interest in exhibiting at TurtleFest. So just kind of continuing the follow-up and communication with them to see if anything comes of it. I know that they do have a live turtle named Raspberry that could be hopefully present that day, but yeah, it's just still continuing that conversation.
So do we have a liaison who is talking to them that you know of?
It's myself.
Oh, it is, great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
And how much time would they need? Or-
I think they would just be an exhibitor, so they wouldn't disrupt the schedule that's been already kind of put in place. I think that schedule, it performs really well. So they would just be kind of having a table
Right,
and a display.
great.
Yeah,
At no cost.
correct. Yeah, that's the plan.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know whether any of our exhibitors are charging it or costs.
If they're like paying us to be there?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
I don't know that, but I don't think they are.
Yeah,
I don't recall
I
us
haven't
talking
heard
about that
at
last
all.
year.
No. Yeah.
So there's a balance, somebody was doing a walk or something, and that was a fee. We had to pay
Oh.
a fee for that, so I just wanted,
Yeah.
Right.
curious if we had to pay for them to be there.
Yeah, that hasn't been bridged yet, but I don't believe so.
Mm. Right, so what would they need from us? Just a permission to
Yeah,
be a
just
part of it? and-
permission.
Yeah.
Once I get better understanding of what they might have for availability or information that they want to display, or even interest, then we'll further kind of discuss what that looks like.
Great. Yeah, I'd be very supportive of that.
Yeah.
Great. Anything else on that, on TurtleFest?
I don't think so. I think
Great.
Ellen did say she was connected with a band for the later afternoon portion at Stone
Who was?
Church. Ellen,
Uh-huh, yeah.
so she can better report on that.
Bring us up to speed on that, yep, that's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, now that we are getting closer to it, sort of, are there any other tasks that kind of need to be addressed or taken over?
Well, sorry.
Just, are
what
there
was
any
it?
kind of other tasks that need to be taken over? Is everything kind of covered right now?
I wouldn't know that. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not sure. I think Chris has been handling the merchandise portion of the event. And then any other speakers or exhibitors falls under, I think, Zach, Ellen, and Chris, and then library representatives.
And we're hosting it again at the high school like we did last year, is
Yes.
the plan, yeah?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
So there's a lot of space there,
Yes.
so,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, the more the merrier, really,
Mhm.
if we can get people in there that have an interest in that
Yeah.
and displaying their own
Mhm.
interest, it's a great idea.
Yeah. It'll be awesome.
Awesome. Anything else on TurtleFest? Great. We'll move on to land protection, the Rosa property. It looks like, I have in my notes here that we would vote on it. Anybody remember what that entails?
So I believe we have the draft warrant article included in the package, and is it just voting on the warrant article as written, so we can have that issued?
I believe the warrant article is already approved and this goes on the ballot. And I believe we already, I think this body already voted to put our recommendation on it, correct? So I don't know that there's anything else, but I don't have any more notes.
Okay.
I see, I mean, at the back of the packet, I know that, at one of our, not this month's planning board meeting, but the previous planning board meeting, Scott Blackstone explained to us that they were coming up with the way, you could probably explain this far better than me, Brian, but like, I guess the warrant articles are broken up this year differently on the ballot when we go vote than they had been previously, like they kind of were lumped together. As a single vote, yes or no, would pass a number of things, and now it's going to be broken up into individuals. So they're trying to figure out how to garner support for the different items on the ballot. And so they're creating fact sheets on
Okay.
each item, and then this,
Quick-
I think the
quick-
fact sheet's what we
Quick,
have.
real point, we are not trying to garner support, that would be
Yes.
election interference. We are trying to put out information on
right.
what the warrant articles are and do, so people can make, we are not trying to push anyone.
Yes.
Really sorry, just want to make that, yeah.
Thank you, Brian. That's why I was saying you would probably explain
Yeah.
it better than me. I appreciate the clarification. Exactly. So I think we don't have the warrant article to vote on maybe, but we just have the warrant article fact sheet for review.
That makes more
And
sense.
maybe not even review, just for information.
Yeah, I think this, if this is what I understand it, this is just you guys checking over this fact sheet saying, hey, everything here is correct.
Okay.
Sending that back to the town, and town will, make sure we'll put out the fact sheet, but make sure there's nothing like trying to push in someone one way or another. That's like the big thing. But
Gotcha.
if you see anything wrong on here, mark it, flag it, and we can send it over to, I suppose, Ellen, because then she can send it to the right person, as to Chris. Send it over to somebody.
Yeah, and in my reading, I don't see anything wrong, but I think
Yeah,
I think Ellen would know better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this isn't something you really need to vote on. It's just like this is a time for someone to say, if I saw something, you raise your hand and you can just flag it as a group.
The only thing I think that could be helpful is like it kind of says where it is, but like what's the address? Like abutting, is this down like the end of Packers Falls, are we talking? Or, you know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
might be helpful for people to know, like
Like
the Rosa property abutting Durham.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Like, if
An
they-
overview tax map that kind of
Yeah.
shows it in comparison to like, here's Wadley Falls Road,
Mhm.
here's the 600 acres of conservation land that surrounds it, kind of like in green, and this is what we're adding. That'd be super helpful.
Yeah.
I don't see where it would fit. It would
Maybe
have to
instead
be-
of that photo, I mean, that's a nice photo, but it's not,
You-
like that could be anywhere.
You can also just change the font size a little bit. Sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
there are places you can squeeze in a little bit of information here, so.
I think a map would be super helpful.
Mm-hmm, love that.
So we would make a motion to
I think we just recommend.
develop
Yeah,
a
it's
map.
just yeah, we just recommend and it, you don't need to make a motion, just say, hey, we would like it if we could put the address or a map on here. And yeah, that's just a conversation, not a vote.
And would we make that recommendation to you, or would we pass it on to someone else in town?
I will find out the person you need to send it to. How's that? Okay.
Great.
That's all I have on it.
Do we need to draft up a little letter or send an email?
I'll just write up an email to the
Okay,
town
all right.
manager
I was gonna
saying
say I
who's the
wouldn't
right
mind
person
doing
to send this to. It might just be Steve. So.
Okay.
Great.
And just to be clear, you wanted to add a address and a map potentially to this fact sheet. Okay.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, or even like a map and lot, if you can't fit it all, like an
Yeah.
address and tax map and lot that are covered. So somebody could just open the tax map and see it.
Yeah. Map if you can, address definitely.
That would
Yeah,
cross
and
over,
tax map and lot, yeah, address and
Yeah.
tax map and
would
lot.
cross over town boundaries, is that correct?
Yes.
That is.
So, I think really a clear map of what is in Newmarket and what is not.
Okay.
All right. Anything else on that? All right. Let's dive into 10 here, and committee and board reports, town council.
Yep. On the 21st of January, the town voted on the wastewater collection system improvements bill resolution and Newmarket Community Power new enrollment and customer enrollment policy. I believe that was just to make it easier for people to both either sign on to Newmarket Community Power or sign off if they don't want to be a part of that. And we also got a call from their state, from Senate, was it Representative Pappas, saying we were going to get $1 million for our Bay Road project. so,
Ooh.
which is $1 million we don't have to get out of people in town, so, you know. woohoo.
That's a big
Yeah.
shot.
That's awesome.
Which Bay Road project?
Trying to remember, or,
Is it the drainage?
I believe it is. I believe it has something to do with drainage sewage. I wrote oh, that was the night I was also the chair, so I was also not writing a lot of notes that night. So, yeah, no, you're doing great. You're doing great. This is not easy. I can get you more information on what the Bay Road project is as well.
That'd be great. Anything else from the town council?
No.
Planning board?
This month, we had a relatively abbreviated meeting because it was snowing like crazy Tuesday night. And so we had two applications. One was a small subdivision or lot line adjustment out on New Road. Very simple, very small portion of the lot. Came out of a large lot, so nothing really for Concom to consider. And then the other was for just for informational purposes, is development of the parcel. It's kind of like a design review type meeting about a potential development of the parcel at the corner of Elm and Spring, but it's on the other side where the little bus stop used to be on Elm Street. And I kind of took the covering off, and there's a bench. So Cheney East is thinking of putting a small development there.
Who is?
Cheney
Cheney,
East,
yeah.
Cheney East
Yeah.
Corporation, or company. And then we kind of pushed the rest of our business to that. Nothing was decided there. The first application was approved, but that was kind of just a design review who gave some feedback. I personally recused myself because we surveyed the property. The rest of our business was basically kind of pushed off to next month to get people home before the snow got too heavy. But there was already 3 inches on the ground or so by the time we left. So, but yeah, that's all I have. So we didn't have we were supposed to review the recreation chapter of the master plan prior to we were supposed to have a special session from 6 to 7, but that was canceled until next month as well. So we'll resume reviewing chapters of the master plan next month.
Good.
That's it.
Thank you. Energy and the environment. Is anybody here from?
I believe that's George, is it right? Or,
I believe so.
right,
Yes.
yeah. So he's not here.
Great. We'll keep going down the list. Riverfront Advisory Committee.
That's Sam.
Same. Yeah. Not here tonight. And school liaison.
Emma, she's not here.
Bye.
Going quick. Any other updates? We'll give it another couple seconds.
Yeah.
Nothing comes to mind, but
And other business and updates.
I won't be here next month.
You won't. We've recorded that.
That's an update.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is that a fun travel, hopefully?
No, it's a business
Business
thing
travel.
that I need to attend to.
Great. Anybody else have anything they'd like to share or question while we're here with such a good small group?
yeah.
What is, well, I guess we can't really address it here, but I would say that I haven't seen, I know that, my understanding, I should say no, is that, because I might not have been present, that the funding was secured for the Ash Swamp crossing, right? For that improvement. Maybe I spoke about it last
I think so.
month.
There was some conversation about that. I forget what all.
One thing I was just going to ask if there, or just see whoever's speaking with Lindsay or the town engineer or kind of is working that, or maybe I should stop by and say it. Like maybe there's probably a guardrail on whatever they're designing, I would assume, because a car went off there. I've only seen 2 cars go off there, and one went off there yesterday, I think, into the, not all the way off, but like down into the swamp, like off the road. And I think if it's a
It's a little
vertical drop,
scary.
if it's a vertical drop, because they're gonna like, make it vertical so turtles can't go up it.
Right.
It'd be good if there was a guardrail there in the design for safety.
And the report last year, as far as funding, is that you guys have allotted the money for it, but, it hasn't been spent yet. So what they talked about is some of the funds you raised for TurtleFest, could fulfill the amount you said you would get.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Excellent, thank you.
I would think there's rules about guardrails and drop-offs, and wouldn't there be some like DOT regulations about, you can't just have a cliff on the side of the road?
I don't know. It's a pretty steep drop right now. It's like it's practically vertical right now.
There's definitely a rule. I don't know what it is, but yeah, DOT there's a rule. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some kind of thing.
So you said you had mentioned drop off, also you did mention you can do drop off to the one.
Yeah.
And wondering as far as, is there only like signs or if that I can do that.
Yeah, like right now it's probably 3 or 4 feet. It's not perfectly vertical. It's like almost vertical. Steep slope. It's like a causeway. And I don't know how the car went. It was like a sunny day accident. So
You gotta watch the road, I guess.
yeah, it's straight.
You're driving.
It could have been an animal, I guess. There are definitely plenty of deer and whatnot crossing. So
Does anybody have the update on where we are with funding for that? Is it still outstanding? Have we committed to doing it?
You guys have committed, I think, $5,000.
Yep.
It's given to the project, it hasn't been sent everywhere, which is why, I composed these people want to do a potential funders for, TurtleFest, because, it's coming from your village, it's not general fund, so basically.
The conservation
fund,
fund,
because-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see, it's
So
right.
you're saying if whatever you use for TurtleFest, it goes towards the I think 5,000.
It is.
Something like that, you guys said you will get to it. So
Yeah.
either it's coming out of those funds or it's what you raised for.
can go into that. Yeah. Yeah, it says here in the financial report that on 6/13/2024 we earmarked $5,000 of the conservation fund to go towards the culvert turtle crossing project. So then they must be saying we can, if we raise $1,000, say at TurtleFest, only $4,000 will come out of the conservation fund and $1,000 will come from TurtleFest or something.
Yeah. Great.
Must be what they mean.
And
I thought the overall project did get funding.
from the town?
No, from was it America the Beautiful grant? I don't remember which one it is.
I know there was a grant, and the grant was coming out, and overall, I think it was the entire.
Yeah, I'll have to look back in the notes.
Yeah.
So that quick question back to the Rosa property, and just how common is it for towns to own properties in other towns? Is it something that is common practice?
Yeah. So I believe, there's like some back and forth on it. It's part of it, we can't spend town funds to acquire property in another town. So that's why the funding, we're using some of the other funding sources to purchase the property in Durham. And then that's why we're trying to raise the money for the portion that's in Newmarket, which is what we're committing our own funds to.
So then there'll have to be a partnership for ownership of that land in another town. Is that your drive to, because we can't own land. The town of Newmarket can't own land in Durham.
Well, it can.
It can.
Because we do. Some of the abutting land in Durham is owned by the town of Newmarket. I mean, they've owned it for a very long time. I believe since somewhere between the late 1800s and 1920s-ish. I know I looked into some of the title around that for Ellen a while back, because there's a there's like a group of lands around Fallout's Brook as it approaches the Piscasset River that they were protecting for drinking water, I think, way back in the day. So they ended up with some land in Durham and Newmarket right there, kind of contiguous. And I believe this is contiguous to it as well, the back part of the Rosa property, if I'm not mistaken.
So, that parcel that is owned by the town and a different town would be regulated by regulation that's found that essentially would be under the regulation, but owned by the town.
Yeah, that's what it says right here. The 27 acres in Durham will be acquired and owned by the town of Newmarket and managed by the Conservation Commission. Portion of the project costs include a fund to help the commission with annual easement monitoring and land stewardship. So, yeah, it would
Okay.
be owned by the town. I just don't think they can use taxpayer money. I think. I mean, I shouldn't speak on stuff like that. It's a legal thing. And I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's the way it's being approached, though.
Great. Anything else on that? I think no other business. Anybody else have anything you want to share before we do a wrap? Well, this is the fastest Conservation Commission meeting I've had before. So I think we can wrap it up and adjourn.
Yep. You can just say motion to adjourn.
Yep. So a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Right. Well, it's a wrap, everyone. Thanks, guys, for coming in.